Hello class. Today I will be covering my flight scenario presentation. My name is Ryan Casey. This is for Aviation 225, Private Flight 2, Professor Beckner at Liberty University. Today, I'm going to be covering a flight scenario that depicts a VFR cross-country flight from Jacksonville, Florida to Sarasota, Florida. This VFR cross-country consists of a total distance of 194 nautical miles and an ETE of 1 hour 45 minutes. We plan to depart on a Friday afternoon and return on Sunday. Planned takeoff time is 1600 Zulu today. In this depiction, we have myself as the pilot and my friend who is also a pilot, which we both have completed our private pilot training last semester here at Liberty. We are currently private pilots with approximately 100 hours of PIC time apiece. We are both currently undergoing instrument ground with Liberty University Online and are excited to be finishing up class the next week as the term ends. After staying up late last night studying for the instrument exam, I ended the night with a 72 overall, which is not good, and was forced to bed after being frustrated from not having a good grade, which resulted in me not resting well and not getting enough sleep. Upon waking, I realized I only got about 6 hours of sleep, but I made coffee to offset that. The aircraft I'll be flying in this scenario is my friend's family's Cessna 172, which is equipped with standard instruments and dual nav comms. We have both flown this 172 for the majority of our training. However, I have never flown this particular aircraft, and my friend has roughly 20 hours in this aircraft overall. The weather yesterday showed this afternoon's weather as thunderstorms, but was foolishly brushed off as typical Florida weather. This is obviously a mistake. The planning of this flight was not set as a priority because I was focused on my attention on the instrument written exam that was coming the next day. The TAF METAR data that is given here shows a lot of information pertaining to this flight. Initially, the weather in Jacksonville is clear, but by 1 p.m. the weather is expected to deteriorate to light rain and thunderstorms, ultimately resulting in a visibility of 2 statute miles, which is under the requirement for VFR flight. Obviously, flying into a thunderstorm or trying to dodge them with hail along with icing can be detrimental to the safety of the aircraft along with everyone on board. The external factors in this particular situation are that the normal testing site for Liberty University's testing at their FTA is closed for renovation. As well, the deposit that I have already placed on my test is non-refundable. On top of these two issues, the two pilots plan to spend the remainder of the weekend at the family's home place for a short vacation, which exacerbates the get here-itis syndrome, which ultimately results in other pressures superseding the safety of the flight and trying to prioritize getting there and overlooking the obvious issues that are associated with bad weather, poor planning, lack of sleep. Even more pressure is put on the completion of the flight when the pilots realize neither pilot has ever flown through the Tampa-class Bravo airspace and are going to attempt to move the flight up a few hours to try to beat the storms, which makes the lack of planning even worse because now your time frame has changed. In this particular situation, I think upon utilization of the I'm Safe and PAVE checklists, as well as an FAA-approved risk assessment tool, the pilots should be able to easily determine that the best course of action in this situation would be to postpone and or reschedule this flight. It is my professional opinion that the safety that would be lapsed with flying into a thunderstorm, knowingly flying into a thunderstorm and just trying to dodge them for the sake of a vacation and the $100 deposit fee is just completely irresponsible. The weekend trip can be planned. Like I said, the money can be refunded. But if you fly into a thunderstorm, you are taking a risk that can ultimately result in a loss of life. This should be a very easy decision to reschedule this flight. And planning and preparation that you do pre-flight is of utmost importance when planning a cross-country like this, especially in unfamiliar territory. Making this flight under these circumstances would be very irresponsible and easily could result in the loss of life. Here I have my references for this project. Thank you.